Welcome to On the Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson. I'm joined by Will Cooper from the law firm of Crowell Gillis Cooper. And today we're talking all about why you should consider opening a Mississippi limited liability company. Welcome to the show, my friend.
It's good to be here again.
All right, what is a limited liability company to begin with?
Well, in Mississippi, small businesses, medium-sized business can take advantage of opening an LLC. And what it does, it's just like a company, like a corporation, but it protects you from liability, from where if you got sued, then they could only attack the assets of the LLC, as long as you don't take and mix in your personal assets. So it's something that somebody that, say, owns rental property or an apartment complex, or they, decide to start selling jelly, open a business and sell jelly or jam. To open an LLC, it gives you a lot of protections from liability as well as some tax consequences that could help you.
Okay, so there are a lot of different types of companies one could open.
Correct.
And something I asked you off camera was LLC similar to an S-Corp. And, we need to understand what these are.
So it gives you, the LLC gives you the same advantage of opening an S-Corp or just a standard corporation, but while at the same time making the procedure for managing that and for starting it, your reporting, your annual reports and all that they're simplified with the LLC. So that small to medium-sized business, the LLC is typically a perfect entity to start that smaller business.
Okay, now something that we often take out as business owners is extra insurance protection, right?
Correct.
Now, whether that's for liabilities or accidents that happen in our workplace or something like that. Are you saying that if we have a retail store and we put it in an LLC, even if we have insurance, we still need to make sure that our business is within that LLC? To be protected.
Keep in mind that all insurance has limits.
Right.
And so if you had a general liability policy with relative low limits, then if something drastic happened and there was a lawsuit, all they could get from your LLC are the assets of that LLC. So a guy that's got $10 million out here in personal assets would be protected. An apartment complex is a good example. You have a pool, you have a drowning in the pool, your general liability is $500,000, but somebody dies.
Yeah.
Well, then the assets of your personal assets that you have that are not part of that LLC are protected.
100%.
100%.
That's what we like to understand.
As long as you don't commingle your personal assets with your business assets.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so a lot of times people open an LLC and they won't do a separate checking account. So you always need a separate checking account.
Okay, I get
they
you now.
They won't have a separate credit card, so they're using their personal credit card. So if you start commingling assets, then you can pierce the corporate veil.
Oh my gosh. All right. When it comes to LLCs, how easy are they to open?
Well,
our accountant or a law firm does it?
Law firm can do it, and you can actually do it, at home online, but it's best because of all the hoops you need to jump through. You have to register a name. We can save you a name. The registration is like $50, and then of course there's a fee for setting up. You need an operating agreement and an employer identification number if you are going to have more than one member of the LLC, and that's with the IRS.
Okay, very quickly. I have an LLC for a small business. I own a property. I've decided to rent that property out. Can I transfer the deed of that property into that new LLC that my business is in?
You absolutely need to do that.
Right.
Because that is the only way that is protected. If it is, once again, in your personal name, then it's not protected.
I appreciate all the help.
You
always give such great advice.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you so much. If you want to find out more information, there it all is up on the screen for you. Been chatting to Will Cooper from the law firm of Crowell Gillis Cooper. I'll be back after this short break.